Next post-game show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. The Knicks are going to the playoffs against Washington tonight. Quentin Grimes, another great game, had 27. Obi Toppin starting once again because of the injury to Julius Randle, his best game of the year. The block and then the finish, he had a game-high 21. Knicks were down by 8 at the half, but they blew out the Wizards in the second half to win the game 118-109. Hi, everyone. Bill Pino here in our Delta MSG studios. Alan Hahn will be by shortly as the Knicks overcome a sluggish first half and end up beating the Wizards by the final count of 118-109. R.J. Barrett was under the weather. We all know Julius Randle is out with the ankle injury. Wizards really shorthanded, missing 4 of their 5 starters, but yet the Knicks a little bit sluggish in the first 2 quarters. As we take a look at the highlights from the contest, the Wizards and the Knicks here early on. We had Obi getting the start. Grimes here finishing to Obi early. Jalen Brunson, another excellent game, laying it in, had 27 points. How about Taj Gibson turning back the clock, the former Knick actually in this game, with a career-high 4 made threes. And the Wizards hung in there. Corey Kispert in the first half had 20 points. Kispert in his last game, Friday against Orlando, went for a career-high 27. 20 in the first half, and the Wizards at the half were up 61-53. Second half, Knicks dominate, especially in the third quarter, outscoring the Wizards in the third quarter 30-19. Emmanuel quickly in the game had 22. Brunson filled up the box score, had the career-high 48 against the Cavs the other night. Went for the 27 tonight, and Grimes has been playing the best basketball of his career. Went 6 of 11 from downtown. And then quickly, who had another big game, he had the start because RJ was sick. Quickly, excellent again as a starter. Isaiah Hartenstein passing the ball really well. The Knicks, in fact, had over 30 assists. Season high total 35. They were close to that in this one. And the Knicks able to cruise down the finish. Look at Obi there, the rejection, and then the finish as the Knicks went up 107-92, and they ended up cruising to the finish line, winning the game by the final score of 118-109. So the Knicks shoot 52% to the Wizards 49%. Three-point shooting was key. In the first half, the Wizards went 10 of 20 from downtown, but they finished only 16 out of 37, while the Knicks go 13 of 32. Rebounding was close. You see the steals, Knicks with 12, Wizards with 9. Turnovers, Knicks played excellent defense, forcing 19 turnovers to the Knicks 12. We're now joined by Quentin Grimes. Hey, Quentin, congratulations on the win and your great play. What does it mean to you and the team to clinch a playoff spot?
I mean, it's great. It's one of the goals I have for the team coming in to the season, knowing that we fell short last year, so it feels good to finally kind of get that out the way and clinch the playoff spot. You
go for 27. Over your last 6 games, you're averaging 20 points per ball game. It's the best stretch of your career. Why is it going so well for you?
Just coming out playing aggressive. I feel like every time I step on the court, my mentality just to score and just try to make a play for myself and my teammates. And I feel like I'm just going out there playing as hard as I can, just being aggressive on offense and defense, and I feel like it's translating to every game.
Of course, you guys were without R.J. Barrett. You were without Julius Randle, but you had 4 players with at least 20 points. First time that's happened for a Knicks team since 2018. Were you guys conscious of having everybody needing to contribute, given the fact that you were shorthanded?
Yeah, I mean, we came in, we knew we were missing Julius and RJ, and not one person kind of picked them up. We had to kind of come together as a team, and I feel like that's what we did today, and everybody contributed. Obi, Quick, myself, JB, Hart. I feel like everybody came in and played really good minutes for us today. All
right, Quentin, we'll leave it there. Hey, thanks so much for joining us, and once again, congratulations.
Yes, sir, thank you.
All right, Alan Hahn with us, helped call the game with Mike Breen tonight. Boy, I tell you, total team effort. I mentioned with Quentin, and you guys mentioned in the broadcast, first time since 2018 the Knicks have had at least 4 players with 20 points. I mentioned over the highlight, want to get the number specific, 31 assists. Yeah. That ties for the second most assists they've had in a game all season long. I know it's cliche to say, but this was a total team effort.
It was, and that the third quarter is really what turned things around, because offensively the Knicks had really been in a great rhythm. But defense for them, especially the three-point defense, has been a bit of an issue. And for the Wizards, give them credit. Playing undermanned, their young players came in, Corey Kispert, they're like, we're going to have a day here at the Garden. We're going to spoil the party. So in the beginning, those 3 balls were going down. They come out in the second half, we're a much different team defensively. You 7 turnovers, turn them into 21 points, and that defense then just gets the building going, and the offense continue to go. And we talk about young players for the Wizards playing. How about some of the young players, the draft picks for the Knicks and what they were able to do today? Quentin Grimes, you just talked to. Obi Toppin with a season-high 21 points. Emmanuel quickly, and now you're getting ready to play in the postseason. It's a great time right now for this organization, what they've been through since that 2018 season you're talking about.
Boy, and Grimes here, the last 6 games, he's averaging 20 a game. 6 of 11 from downtown as we take a look at his night. He is playing the best basketball of his career.
Yeah, I mentioned the 52 points, I think, 52%, I should say, from three-point range, and he has been locked in. But we're seeing, as we talked about on the broadcast, the total game from him now. The three-point shooting we knew about. He's a guy that can play defense, knock down a three, a little 3-and-D action, and he has not hesitated. A couple of weeks ago, he had 1 shot in a game. And the coaches talked to him and said, you got to be aggressive. You got to look for your shot. You got to believe in yourself as an offensive player and be a threat for this team. And it became more than just shooting threes. You see the cuts, you see the drives to the basket, you see the passes, the finishes, and then you just love this. It's contagious. The ball movement that the Knicks have, especially with that second unit, it was beautiful to watch. But really, it starts with him and that three-point shot, his confidence and the ability to get it off so quickly when he catches the basketball, ready to shoot at all times. The aggressive mentality that the Knicks want all of their players to have, not just their main scorers.
Coming in, you come in and say, oh, we know the Knicks are going to be without Julius Randle. And then you find out that R.J. Barrett's under the weather. Mm-hmm. And then you look at the box score, and they still were able to score 118 points.
Because the ball moved, right? You didn't have to rely on one person or 2 people to carry offense for you. It was a collective effort, as you talked about, and that's why you saw what you saw, the up-tempo way they played. And it really was, in this game, again, the Wizards were undermanned, let's be honest. It wasn't a Donovan Mitchell that you had to counter or a Darius Garland like on Friday night where you needed Jalen Brunson and you needed others to step up. This was one of those games where you tighten up the defense, which they did in the second half. You know you can win this game. And that's essentially, like I said, I go back to that. The defense in that second half, especially in that third quarter, was just tremendously different than the first half, and that's the way the Knicks have got to play.
Knicks were down by 8 at the half. Game totally changed. As you mentioned, the third quarter, the Knicks outscored the Wizards in the third quarter by the count of 30-19.